Today is Tuesday, and I just made my first sale.
Yeah. Gotta lay down when you make bed. Gotta let some tears just shed. Since we blew up and got green, I gotta leave some of y'all on red. Yeah, for a gunshot, man.
What is up, everybody? Have been a little bit since I have been keeping up with documenting things. We got back from Illinois. Oh, let's see, today is Tuesday, so like a week and a half ago. And then last week we were just kind of getting situated, and then took my first call on Friday. Today is Tuesday, and I just made my first sale. So the very first call that I took was a two-parter. I made it into a two-parter to make it easier. So on the first call, I just went through the whole client needs assessment. If you're not familiar with that, watch Chase Gruning's content. He talks about it all the time. He's my partner on the Medicare side where we coach agents, but went through the client needs assessment, just asking questions, doing the discovery of the sale, got everything I needed to know, and then was just like, hey, perfect. I got everything that I need. I've got your geographic location, doctors, prescriptions, all that stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. I'm going to look and find the best plans in your area, and then I'll be able to get back with you to get you some exact numbers here. I like to do this appointment while it's fresh. So what works for you in the next 48 hours? Feel free to use my line, and maybe tomorrow I have another first call so I can record the whole thing and you can kind of see what that's like. But she was totally fine with that. Got everything quoted, everything ready on my own time in between. Had the appointment today. She is turning 65 in September. So we've got a little bit of time, but not a ton. So I went through today, presented the Medicare Advantage plan along with the umbrella coverage. She's in Florida, so couldn't do recovery care. So we did the skilled nursing inside of a hospital indemnity plan, and then cancer, heart attack, and stroke. And yeah, was able to get all of the umbrella coverage written today. We filled out an app, set the effective date for August 1st. So that's coming up in like 3 days. So yeah, first call, closed it, and pretty excited about that. To be honest, like I've done a ton of sales, selling my services, my marketing services, my programs to insurance agents, and worked with my team, coached my team for a long time, but this is the first time selling Medicare, any ancillary coverage that goes along with that. So I'm actually super pumped. This video is going to be this week. I'll try and get you some more stuff. Really, the goal is just to keep making these videos, documenting what we're doing so you guys can see as we build this agency. But realistically, I feel like I've got the process down really well now, probably because I've done sales training for the other business for so long. I just know what I need to learn in order to now train other people. And so one call, one close. I'll probably take calls for the rest of this week and then probably stop. Honestly, it's much higher leverage for me to start training more my brother, but he came with me to Illinois, so he's got a pretty good base. And then we have a new LOA that's starting. So it's more higher leverage for me to train them, get them up to speed, get them making money so that it's not just the company. It's like everybody that's in our company. I want to be able to make sure that they can achieve their dreams and goals inside of our company. And that's the higher leverage activity for me. So I don't need to be taking calls if they can close them. So that's kind of what I'm working on right now. This week is going to be taking a few more calls, and then I'll be transitioning into more so raising up other people in the business, just literally after 8 days of taking calls. So yeah, that's what this week will be about. Just kind of me taking calls, me solidifying that. I'll try to pop in here as time goes on and let you know what I'm working on, what I'm doing. Let's get started. This video should be a good one.
Good morning, everybody. We just got done at the lake here. I'm heading back into Omaha. We're 45 minutes away. Starting a new week. This should be a good week. Last week, got my first sale, and my brother, Andrew, got his first sale as well too. So I'm hoping this week we'll be able to get 3 or 4 sales and just start getting some consistency built. Gonna really start continuing those foundations of what we need to do as far as meeting cadences, what we're focusing on, practice, training, all of that stuff, just to keep getting better. And next week, Chase and I are traveling. We've got 2 events kind of back to back. One I think is in North Carolina, and the other one is in Texas. So we're going to North Carolina. We're speaking in front of 500 agents, I think. And then we fly straight to Texas, hang out down there. And then I have to leave right away because we have our family vacation Saturday. from Minnesota, which is like a 9-hour drive for us. And I've got to pack up everything and help my family and all that stuff in one day. But this should be a really good week. Like I said, last week is when we got my first sale, which was really, really cool. And now this week, I'm off the calendar. I'm not taking sales calls anymore. And now I'm focusing on Andrew getting really good, our LOA getting really good. I might say his name at some point here, but not yet. So for right now, he's just going to be known as our LOA. He's got a few closing calls this week, so hopefully he'll make his first sale, and then just keep getting him more knowledgeable, more confident. So looking forward to it, and I'll keep you guys with me, keep you guys updated on this journey.
All right, what's up, guys? So week 2, about to get on my sales meeting. We already started this. We're doing them daily right now. It's just so important for creating culture, being able to get on with the team every single day, be able to see each other, help each other, just grow. Right now we do everything in Discord, which I'm getting used to. I'm much more of a Slack person, but it works all right. Today we're gonna be like showing our LOA how to get into portals and stuff. So I want to record everything, and you can't record video on Discord calls, so we're hopping on Zoom.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you talking to?
Okay, you can get up here for 1 second, and then I gotta work.
Dang, boy, you got that bleach blonde hair.
Dude, I know, it's crazy. It was brown, and then when we turned 1, we cut it, and it's been like this color ever since then.
That's like freaking blonde.
I know.
Like,
All
are
right.
you gonna get all the ladies fed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Joe, how did yesterday go? Do you have any?
I don't know. I can't hear you guys. I don't know why.
Let's relentlessly make fun of him while he can't hear us.
Oh, now I can hear you.
Dang it.
Dude, that's the trick. I was telling Andrew yesterday, because he was just letting us know the number of no-shows and stuff. I was like, the trick to no-shows is you gotta just like right before the call, just be like, I hope no one shows up. I hope they don't show up, so I don't have to do anything. And then every single time they show up. Same thing with the tech here. We'll just say that we're gonna make fun of you, and then all of a sudden you can hear us.
I guess that's better than expecting them to show up.
Yeah, right. Cool. Did you have any discovery calls yesterday?
I did not. I had two, but they were both no-shows.
Cool.
So
Were those self-sets or auto books?
those were auto-booked.
Okay.
One of them, I think, from last week was one that Andrew had that he ended up giving me, and she said that she has an in-person appointment now. So
For Medicare?
yeah.
Okay. Did you say anything?
She said, I'm going to have to cancel. Thank you. I have scheduled an in-person meeting. I said, I hope your meeting goes well. If anything changes or you'd like a second opinion on your options, I'm always happy to help.
So one thing with that too, that you can still even send this text and say, hey, that's totally fine. A lot of times going in person to get the Medicare part completely explained, make sure you understand it. That makes sense. Figure out how to send a later text after I just kind of get the whole message out. But what I would say is like a lot of the times other agents don't know about or have the ability to help with the umbrella coverage. And so what will happen is they'll just go through and explain just the Medicare, original Medicare, and then Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage. What we recommend a lot of times is once you get the Medicare piece, whether it's a supplement or an advantage in place, still having a meeting with us to go over the umbrella coverage. So if that's something that, you still have those gaps and exposures, we can look into seeing how we can make sure that those aren't open anymore for you. Today's been stressful for sure. Last time you saw me was on the morning meeting, and I've pretty much been on meetings the entire day, and it's 8:30 right now. Just got the boys. Well, I didn't do bedtime, but I helped my wife somewhat do bedtime. She's a rock star. She helps a ton, so that makes it easier. But they just got down, got a little bit of time to spend with them after I left the office at 5. And now just want to show you guys, like, as we're building this Medicare agency, I've got my main business, Insurance Advertising Masters, that I still have to run. So last night, after working from 8 to 5, I then worked from 7 until 10. And then tonight, I have to work from right now 8:30, and so I have to build out 5 funnels for clients. I have to send out an email with my first YouTube video. I have to go into our consulting group and write out some new ads for clients. I just got done, so I was going to work on that an hour ago. But I just got done listening to a few calls from our LOA, and then he has a call scheduled for 10 a.m. So I have to get on with him at 9 a.m. in the morning too, right before that, to go over and get everything quoted, help him get that, and then walk him through what to say. So I just share this with you guys just so you can see, like, I wish I was just building the Medicare agency right now. It would be a lot easier. And it also adds a little bit of context as to why I can't sell for months. Like, I just have so much going on in the other business that I just can't afford to run the agency that way, nor do I want to. But even if I wanted to, I couldn't. So I'm forced to delegate. I'm forced to get other people leveled up quickly, which is how we want to run the agency, but we don't have a choice. But yeah, I'll probably be working at least another 3 hours, if not 4 or 5. But I just share this with you guys just to show you, like, there's a ton of reward that comes with being an entrepreneur and starting your own business, but it comes at a cost. And for me, the cost is worth it. I would work 12-hour days, 6 days a week for what being an entrepreneur can get me. And I have, like, I used to work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. when I was starting Insurance Advertising Masters. And this is a season where it's feeling like when I started Insurance Advertising Masters again. I think this week's super busy because I'm going with Chase and speaking at a couple events next week, and then we're going on vacation. I'm going to have my phone off the whole vacation. So just knowing I need to get all this stuff done this week to make the next 2 weeks where I'm unavailable possible. But yeah, it just takes a lot. It takes a lot of working, over hours. And then, Andrew, he's responding to people's texts within like 3 minutes of every text that comes in. And that's why our appointment booking rate is so high. But just sharing this with you guys because I think a lot of people don't really know what it takes. And hopefully it motivates some people to just put in the hours because, with this documenting this process, hopefully you guys will end up seeing a huge success out of it. I'm not going to just sit here and say that it'll for sure be successful. Have high hopes since we've already made some sales, and now we just got to keep repeating the same things over and over again. But I think part of a good documenting process is also documenting the hard times and working late hours and just putting in the work that creates that, because those are the hard times to get through, but to see other people kind of doing it at the same time, I think is helpful. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Okay, today is Wednesday in the afternoon. So a little update, 2 things. Our LOA got his first sale this morning, which was awesome. Was talking to a prospect who is going to stay on employer coverage, and we're able to talk to her about the existing gaps and exposures that are, going to be there. Actually, you know what? She was thinking about staying on employer coverage, and then he outlined what going on to Medicare Advantage with the umbrella coverage would look like. And so she ended up going that route. Birthday's not till February, so can't do anything with the Advantage yet, but really explained to her the existing gaps and exposures that the umbrella coverage comes in and takes care of: the cancer, heart attack, and stroke, the skilled nursing, and then the hospital indemnity to help with any out-of-pocket surprises. And he was able to just explain those, and she went ahead and got those started today, which is key because when running ads, if we generate this lead and then we're not able to make any sort of revenue until February, that's tight for cash flow. And so if we're able to lock in the ancillary sales right now, they already basically can mentally check off the box that the Medicare decision is taken care of. They're not going to be open to responding to other people's ads. They're not going to be open to talking to other Medicare agents because they've got it logically in their mind checked off. And then we're able to lock in the ancillaries now to get her coverage right now, because those gaps and exposures still exist even with her being on employer coverage until that switch happens. So she has good coverage locked in now, and then we're able to help, that helps us with cash flow as well too, and then just helps us create better service so that she stays with us as a customer. So that is a key thing. It was great for him to have his first sale with that happening, because that is definitely a harder sales conversation than somebody that is turning 65 next month and they have to make the decision right now. So that was super cool. And then on the IAM side, I just want to share with you guys, I just got off a call over here, and we, I guess there's really nothing to show you, but just my computer and my desk. But even to this day, as a company that does $3 million a year, we have extensive sales experience, we're always investing in ourselves. So we just spent $10K on a new sales training program, which is going to be then an additional $3K a month, and then probably work its way up to $6K a month to get somebody to come in and do sessions coaching our team. They'll come in and do, it's $1,500 an hour. We want to work up to 4 sessions a month, one a week. But yeah, we practice what we preach. We put our money where our mouth is. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on coaching and consulting. And even in this, 7, 8 years into business, I'm still doing that. And so just wanted to make this, part of the documentation, because we do it on Insurance Advertising Master side of things. We will be doing it on the Medicare side of things. Luckily, my partner is Chase, so that gets us a ton of training. But if there's any other training that we end up wanting, we just always have a budget for training and coaching and consulting, because the number one thing that we know that we can invest in that's going to have huge return is up-leveling our skills. And the only way to do that is to hire people to train you to become better and get better at all those skills. So in the Medicare business, it'll probably be going to AI events and things like that to get just more knowledgeable on everything we can be doing to automate with AI. But we're always learning, always growing. It's core value for any of my businesses. All right, Thursday of this week. This week's been a real pain in the butt with us making some large changes on the Insurance Advertising Master side. I've been pulled in more than ever before, and it's just incredibly overwhelming. I think it's because I'm leaving next week, so I'm trying to get everything done this week to help the team. But I really need to figure out and focus on how to delegate more and get these things so that I don't have to get pulled back in. So yeah, this week's kind of sucked, to be honest. On the Medicare side, it's been great. Hopefully a couple more sales come in either today or tomorrow. But getting the first one for our LOA was great to see yesterday. But real quick, I want to share with you guys one interesting thing that I'm throwing in here with the building the new agency is that we are actually going to be leaving in like a month to go on a large RV trip. And if we like it, we'll probably sell our house and do this full time for a year or two while we build a new house out here on its property, like over that way, a couple miles, get out of the city and into the country. But that process is probably going to take 18 months to 2 years. So we bought an RV, and that's the plan, to run 2 businesses, scale a Medicare agency while RVing full time with 3 kids. So that should add some interesting aspects to the documentation and documenting this process. Once we're out here, because I actually need to practice driving it around because I've never done anything like this before. So we're gonna be doing that today. But once we get it like opened up and stuff, I'll show you guys the inside and give you a little tour. All right, first drive. Hopefully I don't crash it. That went bad. Really, really bad. So I'll show you guys. Okay, it's over there. I got it back where it's supposed to be. It took me like an hour. Over here, there's this like roundabout thing. And I thought it was a good idea to try and go around that, but I don't think RVs are made for this. It's kind of like a U-turn, but a super wide U-turn. And I completely destroyed the grass. I'm much better at business than I am at driving RVs. But like anything, the very first time you do something, you're going to suck at it. So I'm going to keep practicing. I'm probably going to hire a coach. I already looked online to get somebody to come out and teach me how to drive. So I'll see if I can find somebody, see if I can get better at this. All right, folks, that's a wrap on the week. I'll post a screenshot from our sales channel. I wanted at least 3 or 4 sales this week. We got 3 at the 11th hour. It's like 5:37 p.m. Friday, but our LOA just got his second sale of the week, and my brother got a really large ancillary sale as well too. So we ended with 3. I think one of them is going to be about $2,000 first year commission, and the other 2 are going to be about $1,500 in first year commission. And then these are just the ancillary umbrella coverage. We will write the Med Advantage or Med Sups that go along with them in the coming weeks as we get closer to the effective date. So I'm not counting those in that commission right now. So $5,000 in first year commission that I believe we get advanced. So second weekend, $5,000 in revenue. I'm happy with that, and we're off to a good start. So it's been a hectic week. It's been a busy week. Gonna be traveling around with Chase, going and speaking at some FMOs about marketing, about optimizing your sales process. Chase is going to be speaking about the optimizing the sales process part, agency growth. All this is for Medicare agents. So if you happen to see me, say hi, although this video probably won't be published, but pretty good week. And we'll check in next time I do one of these, which probably won't be next week, but maybe in a couple weeks here. All right. See you guys.